of the mushroom, I feel like the plant could
Yeah.
sense that, or even the mushroom itself could sense the plant as well. So
I feel like it's
maybe that's
more
what you
likely
like
the
to do or something.
mushroom would sense it than the plant.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because kind of the whole
So
thing of the plant is it just sits there and waits for stuff to come to it. It doesn't actively really go out unless it has the energy to, and it doesn't have the energy now. So it's I think in like a more hibernating state.
right. So that's still in my mind as a player. I think that is a for me an interesting thing to think of because there's a lot of things that's gonna merge there, right? Derek and Riley's connection, their bond, uh, her role as a medic, and then now the plant versus the mushroom. How is that gonna affect either Derek or Riley, or both? Right? That's gonna be
Here's what
interesting.
I gotta bring up. What's the mushroom gonna do?
Well, the mushroom has control of our minds, and you know that Riley,
You okay? Yeah, yeah.
she is
But you
nice.
saw basically how it kind of just like took me out pretty easily.
Right.
I will say part of it is because of my poor rolling and stuff. I smacked my head 2 times, which knocked me down to 1 HP, and then my gun exploded on that roll to shoot it. So it was 3 bad rolls. And then when I got put into it, I rolled bad. So, like, it controls me. And then
Right.
when I went to open the door, I was rolling bad. I had a ton of really bad rolls that day.
I know. So now you felt how I felt then. Usually because my dice rolls are crap.
Well, no, no,
Uh,
no. I did the math, and I have to. Statistically, I am still indebted to when I pulled off the 5 nat 12s in a row.
oh yeah, that's right. I
Because that
remember
is
that.
like,
I
that's like
remember
a,
that.
that's somewhere around like a 1 in a million chance or something like that.
I actually
Like, I
remember
don't
that.
think I've seen anything that's come close to that in our time playing.
I've never seen anything that comes close to that to any game that I've played. Um,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that, like, it seemed like a bug.
Like
yeah.
like Wednesday Prism was rolling a lot of 12s. I was rolling a lot of 12s for shit.
So, do you guys think that there's something up with Roll20's algorithm? Maybe
Definitely.
Yeah, it
No,
sucks.
there's something that's not right about how Roll20 rolls, because it doesn't. It
because
seems
it
like
does.
depending on the day, it's literally different.
Yeah, like something with the code or something.
It's gotta
Maybe.
be like, I think it's seeded or something, and each day might have a different seed per person. It's actually
Hmm.
something I was thinking about because I'm like, I want to actually see if I can make a random generator API that we can connect so that anyone that rolls it, it would display on each other's things. Basically, a rudimentary of the rolling that Roll20 has. Because I
Wouldn't
think I
that
might be able to do something like that.
wouldn't that just be like the Microsoft Excel command of like random between numbers?
Essentially, but I want to actually plug in random number generators
Right.
and feed it through like a couple of algorithms or something and try to make it like a good random because
Yeah.
there's something's not right about Roll20. The number of times I roll the same thing 2 times in a row,
That too. That's
or
the other thing as well. That
multiple
uh,
people rolling almost the exact same number, like, or literally the exact same number.
yeah.
The times that like the dice rolls, but then also kind of displays a different number. Like there's some desync sometimes between that. Like I've seen dice roll one number visually, but it says you got a different
A
value.
different number. Yeah. So it's obviously not me between the three of us, but between you and Prism, who has more experience with Roll20? And have you guys experienced something like this where there's like a certain pattern where oh well at certain times Roll20 will just give fives or give a certain number for every single rolls in a roll. Is that like happened usually or it's just randomized?
Oh shit. If let's just say if I could have my own 2096 site with a dice roller, I would do it because Roll20 is complete
Roll20's
ass
not
sometimes.
good, eh?
No,
Yeah.
it sucks. I mean,
I thought about it and I want to try to make something, but like my issue is that one, I don't know if I could do UI, but two, actually connecting multiple things together and having it on a server and stuff is very difficult to like set up. Like it can be hard to get a program where someone can just download it and it's already connected.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either. I know I have on when I had Microsoft Excel on my old computer, I created a working clock where there's a button that I pressed. So either it stops, and then same goes for dice rollers and even the card, like randomizer for the deck of cards. And I would just literally click a button, and then it would just
No,
randomize.
but
But I don't know how to.
so I've actually made a bunch of servers for like lots of different games. I've made probably like 10 or 20 Minecraft servers. I've made like unturned servers and just like a lot of different games, so I'm familiar with like port forwarding and how to set that up and stuff. But like the main issue is usually each computer is going to have a different IP address,
Yeah.
and the host IP address has to be like set to being static. Um, so
Oh.
we might have to actually like buy a server or something like that to pay for if we want to get like a good
For
quality
that
program. Or
for
else we're gonna have to
2096.
worry about everyone downloads it and then you're gonna have to plug in the host IP address and stuff.
Like every time, right? Yeah. I don't know. That's I don't know how to do any of that programming stuff. I'm good with the hardware, but not the
Uh
software.
yeah, no, I've been able to make some stuff because I understand how to usually read code and figure out how code works and why it works or why it doesn't work
See, this
because
is
I've just
why
found a lot of tools for debugging that I can use.
you're the hacker of the group.
Yeah, like on paper, I am like I don't like calling myself a hacker or a programmer because they're not things I'm skilled in, but that doesn't mean I haven't hacked stuff. Like I have actually hacked a lot of video games. And I don't just mean in the sense of like downloading pre-made hacks, which I
Yeah.
have kind of done also. Um but like going into games and breaking lines of code and stuff and getting it to literally function like differently, like disconnecting it from anti-cheat and stuff to make it so it doesn't get scanned.
Right.
But like yeah, it's harder nowadays. But like I mainly did it on phone games, so I could remove in-app purchases to just make them free.
Oh. Hey, that's nice.
Yeah, there's
Should have been
a
friends
program that I
earlier,
would
Derek.
use.
Damn it! I play a lot of phone games, free phone games.
Yeah, no, it's a program called Lucky Patcher. Um, and I think now you have to like have a rooted phone, which is very difficult to get for a lot of programs. That's kind of why I like stopped doing it. Is it just it's hit or miss sometimes, but you have to like keep trying because there's so many settings that like you have to get just right to set it up to be able to actually crack the game.
Also, Prism, you've
Yeah.
been putting stuff up for the off-world. Is that like an official thing? Is that
What?
like the
What?
off-world for 2096?
I mean, what do you mean? What the fuck? What do you mean?
No, no, no. I thought we were just all joking around about the space thing
Oh no,
before.
There is.
there are 5 or 6 sessions on YouTube of Offworld, and Offworld has been a thing since inception. So no, that
Oh,
there is an Offworld, dude. There's
oh,
yeah.
I just see that
No,
then.
that's it's yeah, it's like Expanse but better because fuck
It's
Oh,
Expanse.
happening like parallel what we're doing and stuff, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still 2096 just in space. So
For some reason, I thought that was just a joke, and then I started seeing stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, is he?
no,
Is
you
this a
haven't.
new thing?
I'm sorry, you missed the whole like concepts of space or like the drawings and like the link I sent.
No, I saw that, but then I thought that was just I understood that as something that you started off,
Yeah,
but
no,
then you just kind of put
there's
it on the back burner to put this
when
side of 2096 to be
no
in line.
when I made 20. I like space. I always have. It was a little different when I made it. Some things have gone out the window, but my ships still hold true. Do I have a link for the concepts on the site? I don't remember on Discord. I don't think I do. Do I? Do I?
You
It
gave
might
them
be.
to me because I was asking for them.
Yeah, all the ships and like the basic the concepts I had
I
or
was looking
something.
at it.
But no, that's a module that's going to come later. You know, when I get the fucking introduction, the game out there, the fucking where we are and fucking whatever it's called, and then you know all the other modules that I have planned that we're not going to get to for years because
So
well, I just there's a lot. Yes, but off-world is a thing. It has its own system. I played it multiple times with people.
is there
Yeah.
like ship to ship combat as well,
Oh,
or
I'm sorry. What? Yes, yes.
ship to
And
ship
and
combat?
the
Okay,
best
perfect.
way I wish I could remember the expanse episode I would send you to because that's how it is. Like literally. Well, go find. I did put. Did I pin it on general? I think I pinned it. Didn't I?
Uh,
I
well,
should.
the let name a ship to ship combat in the expanse, and I probably would know it
Yeah. No. No. That's
because
that's
I'm a thing of HP.
Uh,
literally how it's literally like unlike
Was it
on
like? Oh, sorry, gone.
no. So unlike on Earth, obviously there are classifications of what you can take, thus navigator, pilot, combat, whatever. But yeah, it's like ship to ship combat. I mean, PDCs. You're not visually. You know how all the like Star Trek and Star Wars, you visually see your opponents. That's not how it
Yeah,
works in
no,
space. They're
no,
fucking
no,
so they're
too
you're
far.
visually you cannot see them. You're
No,
gonna see the explosion in the fucking distances they explode or they that's it. That's
correct.
it. You might see
yeah,
flashes of light.
like
And
a thing that
and
I've talked to people about is you have to take in um time for traveling and stuff for things like bullets, torpedoes,
Yeah.
lasers, and stuff like that.
it's so far
Because
away.
even
Like the
shooting someone
combat is
with
so far away.
lasers that is like over 100,000 kilometers away, you're looking at like it taking
Hmm.
over 10, 20 seconds to reach there. So you have to shoot in front of where they are. So
Hmm.
basically, you have to do a bunch of like complicated, taking into
That's
account your cores, taking into account their cores, hoping
and
they don't
but
move.
exactly
And
then they switch and
yeah,
alter course. They do evasive maneuvers. You're not fucking hitting them, so you have to
No,
counter.
it's
That's where
there's a
like
lot more mind games and it's a
who the
lot more
fuck is
like
smoking?
strategy than I think a lot of other games portray it as.
Yeah, so that's
Because we also have the
what it
resource
is.
management of like we only have so many bullets, we only
Mm-hmm.
have so much power reserves. We
Mm-hmm.
have to switch between putting our power into our weapons, our shield, or like our engines to be able to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the case that we do decide to drop those and just put everything into the engine, we have to worry about the G forces of maneuvering.
Yep. No,
that's
that's
why I like the expanse because it's funny because in expanse they'll say, oh no, MCRN has all these still stealth tech, and I'm like, what stealth tech are you talking about? And then I realized it was just literally black paint, like paint that is it would bounce off like heat signatures or something like
well,
that
that's
on
it.
their shit,
Well,
and
you
that's pretty
still
much
have.
what it is.
Well, here's the best way to think of space. Think of submarine combat. How
Oh
do
yeah.
submarines operate? You can take submarine combat, which is why when like fucking Wing Commander came out, everyone's like, ah, that's stupid. You're like using sonar in space. Well, actually,
No, that's how it would
you're
be.
gonna get returns off of things that bounce. You're gonna be able to see. So it's not completely stupid. I think it is, but it's not. So, anyways, there's a lot of variables in space that you have to take into account. So yes, guess what?
Yeah,
If you put Vanta Black on your fucking spaceship, that's gonna make a big difference on what sees you or not. But also,
correct.
if you read the thing, I've got the only way somebody is going to know what you are specifically, like sensors might be able to pick up how big your ship is, but unless you're telling everyone what you're carrying, what your course is, they're not going to fucking know, you know?
No.
So if you're a corporation, that's what you're going to want. But
Oh yeah, that's
yes, dude.
right.
Space is
So
big.
It
space
is
It's
is,
like if we
massive.
had a football field and we're throwing around grains of rice.
yeah.
Yes, I've seen someone actually a video of someone in the park, and they had like little marbles and like a beach ball
Oh,
or
fuck.
something, and they were placing
Yeah.
them, and they're like, oh, this is how far it is from the sun to the inner planets, and then they only went up to Mars, and then they're like, from Jupiter to Mars, you have to go across the block. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, no, no. I've done it where
What
like you
the-
have them to scale and like Earth is a marble and the solar system ends up being like 10 blocks across or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there is no up in space, and yeah, distance is vast. But yes, there is a 2096 off-world. Thus, the fucking that 2096 the background, the solar system, the fucking map, whatever you want to say, like the ring. That is
Yeah.
the map of 2096 Offworld, which I have, which we can all play at some
Oh
point.
shit.
Because I got some more
Okay.
stuff to test out after the last 5 fucking sessions of testing stuff out, which works. And yes, ships are built like a tower. You got to think of it that way. If you're under acceleration, you
I
have
love that.
gravity. Fucking, if you
I'm a
don't.
big Star Wars fan, but when I saw The Expanse, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Star Wars, but you are now just a fantasy thing to me now.
Why can't
Well,
we have
This
flat
is the
ships?
sci-fi.
sorry, you what? Why can't we what?
Flat ships.
Flat?
Okay,
Flat
so
ship?
if you're thinking about ships having the tower, but what if you made it a disc, put a bunch of thrusters on the bottom, and then you could have like a house, trees and stuff, slap a
But that's gonna
dome
be more
over
like
it. You got a
that's
little
gonna be more
tiny
like a
like
station, no?
mobile little habitat with
Yeah, so it's
artificial
not.
gravity.
It wouldn't really be much of a ship, but more of a, like I said, a habitat or an orbital,
It would
basically.
still move at 9.83
Yeah,
meters a
yeah,
second per
yeah.
second. Like it could get around.
So in the Expanse, Medusa station, or what was the first name it had? That big ship. It had a big ring around it. That's what you're thinking about, because that's like the widest ship that I know of
Well, that's
in the
like
universe.
spin gravity.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That one, or are you talking about something else? Y-
No, I'm talking about like the stupid flat Earth theories where they're like, oh, if the Earth is flat and it's accelerating upwards.
Oh, oh, like that.
So we have ships that look like pancakes that fly face up, basically, and you just see a big circle, and people are like, oh, it's a massive ship coming this way, and you see it's literally only like a few meters thick or something.
I feel like that is gonna. I do not like if I was an engineer in that universe, I would not want that job because I feel like I'm gonna fail it because it's gonna be so hard to try and keep manage. Like that's a big surface to move, and
I like
the-
the concept of like weird ship designs, and one that I
yeah.
like is in Stargate how all of the Goa'ulds they have the pyramid ships. They're
Oh
flying
yeah,
pyramids
time
basically.
pyramid. Yeah. Oh, that one's pretty cool. But like,
No, another one that I like is in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So this is a discrepancy. If you've seen the movie um from like the 2000s, the Vogons fly what are described as like bricks or something.
yeah,
They're like these pillars kind of. They look like skyscrapers and they have thousands of them that just surround the earth.
right.
Um actually in the book they are described as yellow pyramids.
What?
Yeah, it's described as like giant yellow pyramids that surround the whole planet. Um, I kind of like the giant fly because the reason they went with the bricks is because there's a passage that says the Vogant ships flew in the sky, very much like how bricks do not. Which is one of my. There's so many really funny quotable stuff from Douglas Adams. Like I've had so much fun just looking through Douglas Adams quotes. Like another one is never truly alone with the rubber ducky.
What the hell?
Another one I like is people are like grapefruits. They're all orange and covered in pores on the outside, and some people eat them for breakfast.
Uh, that's funny. No, I've only seen the movie on that one actually, and only once. I've only
It's
seen
a
it
good
once.
movie. I really like it, but it does diverge from the book. But the
Oh,
book is also part of a series. Um, it's like 7 books in total, and it is so bizarre, and it gets so much better and better. It has some of the most crazy, over-the-top science fiction things that are like stuff that like they don't even bring up or mention or something in like Star Trek. A good example is the infinite probability drive of the Heart of Gold.
oh,
So that's so they this I'm pretty sure actually no, that's not a good way of putting it, but there are not many shows or books or anything that show singularity technology that is literally at the peak of what we would define as like technology before it just becomes like Clark Tech like magic stuff. without saying it is magic.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
everything in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, even though it is bizarre and stuff, they do explain it with some logic that does actually make sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, yeah. The movie
The
did.
Heart of
Yeah.
Gold doesn't teleport, it moves itself to a parallel universe where they disappeared simultaneously where they would have reappeared in the other universe. You're basically hopping from one universe to the next while the you in that universe has also done the
Doing the same
same.
thing. Yeah, doing the
And
same thing.
everyone just kind of like hops a universe over so that there isn't like a duplication effect.
Right, right.
Because
Or
like
a
you can
missing
do that with
effect.
like
Yeah.
infinite universes and stuff. Because this is something I was seriously thinking about, is that there is literally infinite universes where the universe is the same. If there's a divergence in the universe for every different arrangement of particles of matter there could be, there literally
There'd be
has to be a
different.
universe where an atom was in a different spot by literally 2 atoms of a distance on the other side of the universe,
Okay,
and by
shut up.
definition, that'd be a
Stop.
different universe.
Stop. Because I fucking had some cocksucker who fucking tried to destroy portal for me and was like, "You're not actually going through a portal. You're going to another time, another universe."
But
And I'm like,
no, no,
"Fuck!
Oh,
that
Yo,
the
no!
game,
oh
the game
Oh
no, that
no!
portal,
no,
Oh no!
the game
He
portal.
literally. Oh no! Yep. The game portal.
no.
No. Yes, because he broke it down and things that like if you replay it, things that fucking she said it makes sense, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, fuck you. Like I fucking and I stopped like halfway
No, no,
through.
no. It is explained that they are wormholes that bend
Yep.
space and time between
Exact.
2
Oh, I
points.
know. Oh,
There's no
yep.
destruction
No.
of matter.
Uh-huh.
And a
Nope.
lot of people
Nope.
get that mixed
I'm
up.
gonna.
That
I
not
no.
yeah.
I gotta find it for you because literally, yes, he explained all this, and I know exactly what the fucking what they said happens, but he was right. He was right because things that she said there's a couple of phrases in there where you're not fucking in the same you're jumping fucking through different dimensions. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say. I will find it for you and I will link it because I'm like
Did I,
go fuck yourself.
did I
Um
watch? Did I watch the playthrough of Portal in a wrong way? Because I do not remember any of this. I was too concentrated on the
well,
Uh
puzzles and
listen, like I
yeah.
said,
no, there's a lot of throwaway lines
yeah,
that don't seem that very consequential at first.
until you
Like there's
decide
literally
you're like I'm going through different timelines. I'm fucking and it makes sense. You're like
well
what the fuck?
Huh.
Mhm.
in it
I was just
as much as I
concentrated
want to
on the
say
puzzles.
no, I am reminded by the fact Portal takes place in the same universe as Half-Life does, and it is canonical that there is other dimensions and stuff that have
If
other
it's
physics and stuff.
it's the one line she says where she's trying. Yeah, I'll have to find exactly because I'm not going to do it justice. But that one line fucking sums up the entire game, and I'm like, oh fuck,
So that
you're not just bending time. You're yeah. Never mind.
so it's canon that Half Life and Portal are the same place, the same
Yeah, so
universe.
one way that it is confirmed is multiple lines of dialogue in Half-Life where they talk about Aperture Science and how Aperture Science is the biggest competitor to Black Mesa. And
Right.
Black Mesa was working on a stationary portal device that would try to go through dimensions to other realities,
It's all
when
about K.
Aperture Science was focused on traveling between our reality itself with the
Exactly.
portal gun.
Yep.
So they were
Mm.
supposed to be competing technologies, but the Black Mesa people ended up punching through into another reality where they ended up meeting these servants of the Combine that ended up getting flagged by the Combine, and then they found out about Earth and then decided to do an invasion on Earth that was called the 7 Hour War. And it is the
7 hours.
most brutal. So it is explained that in modern warfare, you always attack from a front line. There's a front line, there's a back line, you know, but the
Yeah, yeah.
Combined being an extra dimensional with like teleportation technology and stuff, they popped into the White House. There was no front line. They appeared
That's
in the White House and killed the president. And
that's
they did that for
how I
like
would do it.
every general
Mhm.
and every politician all in the span of 7
Wait,
hours, and then just
you mean what a certain country just did to another one, just with airstrikes? Yep. Yep. Yep.
Well, at least
dude,
the
like
airstrikes
I
have
saw
But
so many
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If yeah,
No,
if a
yeah,
war's
Israel
there,
being like, oh,
yeah,
preemptive airstrikes,
yeah,
and
they
then
fucking destroyed
yeah,
your entire fucking regime, your fucking all your generals. That was an inside job. Just like that. That's it. There is no front line and back line. Stop thinking, in our fucking dimensions. Yeah, if you're a fourth dimensional traveler, we're done, dude. That's why when the aliens come down, when they do, hopefully tomorrow, today, right now, uh,
that's
any moment,
also why I'm
there's not going to be a
scared.
fight. There's no why. Who cares? It's over. We're not going to know. Like,
No, the
listen,
Sunday,
we're not.
the Sunday
I thought it
session.
was why. Oh, we're
Well,
not
the
gonna
guy
talk.
that guy time travels. From all
He's
we know, he does
we are.
essentially
I already
teleport and
have a
stuff.
way to fucking take care of him. Remember, we're gonna get into that if we ever play again. It's great. Anyways, what do you guys want to do? There's two of you. I will not say no to a 2-player session. If you guys want to play, because nobody else is fucking. Well, how do we go from 6 to 7 players to like a couple? It is what it is. That's why you have 6 to 7 players. It's fine.
It's
How would you?
life, but like
It is.
I live for 2096 now.
Yeah, so it's up to you two. You two, here's what we're gonna do. Because usually in session 0, bring and there are new players coming in, which is great. They're gonna join
Yeah.
sessions maybe at some point. If they do, great. If they don't, whatever. I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk. I'm gonna launch the game. I'm gonna launch all the modules. I'm gonna launch my books. I'm gonna make a lot of money sitting in the desert
There you go.
and playing 3 sessions. Because guess what?
Yeah.
There's still 2 to 3 sessions a week, which is pretty fucking good, right? So
I love that line of yours. I'm still making money while sitting in a desert, and it's funny because 2096 takes place in a desert.
mm-hmm.
Well, at
If
least
you
our
were
region anyway. So.
if you were here like 2 years ago when I started that, and like with like the sessions, everyone's never mind. Anyways, so I've
Oh
got two
no.
players. I've got you two. So, and by the way, I decided after like 10 minutes of talking and fucking banter, I am going to record this because this is like a good pre-session. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
people like listening to this shit of
Right.
just whatever this is, banter of pregame. So, anyways, I have been recording this because it's the three of us, and who gives a fuck, right? Nobody cares. I don't.
Fine.
Okay, so
So
yeah,
no, go on, go on.
it's the two of you, right? I would say that continuing. I mean, I could continue where we're at, which would be interesting because there are some NPCs that can
I
aid.
got
Yep.
like backup characters and stuff, so I'm also open to doing a
Okay.
space session. Or we also have Romeo and Android X in the
Romeon.
new player
Isn't
session.
it Romeon?
Romeon.
Romeon or whatever. Romeon.
Background with him, by the way. Of
Wait,
how I
what?
came up with the guy? Romeon. You know, like how I came up with like, the idea of his name is Romeon, or and like how actually the cooking one was actually a bit of an accident because of that role. Because I legit thought because they were like, oh, let's go to, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the that cafe or whatever, right? I'm
Mhm.
like I was picturing him he was like just drinking some worm water and looking out the window, and then you're like, no, you're a fry cook.
Yeah.
So I it's funny because I actually named them after a South Korean ramyeon, the ramen, but for really ramen. Yeah, that was actually I named
What?
actually
Yeah.
named them after that. But
That's
then I'm
awesome.
like ramyeon, but then I want to combine that with Romeo because his idea first was I was gonna try to do like someone that's supposed to be like charming or whatever, right? But he just end up becoming like this funny guy that just that tries to befriend
Yeah.
everybody.
No, the vibe that we have with those characters, I really like, and
It's
I've been thinking
hilarious.
about it, and I do want to have like a different android, but I just like that, like, I don't know, what I got going so far is pretty good.
It's funny because whenever I come home, I like kind of clean up my lunch pail and whatever, and I listen to music. There's this like I think this is like an AI playlist, but it's basically like rock music, and it has these like pictures of like AI anime girls, like cowgirls and stuff. And it got me thinking. I'm like, I should make a character, make her human, and just be like the opposite of Riley in terms of Riley's like quiet and everything. This one's gonna be I'm gonna try to. I should make one where she's like, if someone's gonna talk too much over the table, she's just gonna butt in and like just
I
do something. Like for example,
Dude, I like
um,
that.
yeah, it's like it's someone who will stop people from actually talking over the table because she's fucking impatient. and she's like, you know, punch through, like it's kind of like go through walls instead of going around it, kind of type of mentality. And he's like, no, just do it. And
I
then
like
whenever,
how,
go ahead, sorry.
yeah, like in that one session, we kind of have the where it's like we're all. Well, no, we did the thing of like talking about the burnt food. Just going in a circle, like none of us knowing about it, but trying to do it still, and thinking that like we're all kind of right about it. Like I can just kind of see us trying to break into something, and it just ends up like being unlocked with how our group
That's
is.
that's what's gonna happen. Although I think it's more because, yeah, uh, Romion, he is. I wouldn't say he's not smart, but he's also not stupid. I think it's because, like I said, his storyline is he's trying to be human because he's ordered to be to act like a human. He knows he's a weapon, and that's why he's freaking confused why he's been ordered to be try to act like a human. So therefore, it's kind of like, okay, made this guy, you gave him all the training, and you gave him like some genetic stuff to be a weapon, and then you go, oh, by the way, here, learn your ABCs like 5 years in. Learn your ABCs, learn to count, learn how to talk to people. But I love how it was just decided like, no, you're gonna be a fry cook. You're not just sitting there. You're actually a fry cook. I'm like, okay. So, and it was supposed to be the inspiration for him was actually John Wick. Like I was actually trying to make him to be kind of like a low level assassin like John Wick. Um, but then I like this route better. Oh, carry the blink. Hello.
You know,
Well,
you just don't
Oh shit,
know
it's been a
where you're happen up. Hey, Fade, Fade,
it's been a while. At least with
Fade.
me, anyway.
It has.
oh, hello, my friends.
Hello. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing a sight 1,000,000,000 times better than I was the last time I talked to everybody.
Hey, that's good news.
Yeah,
That's always good news.
well,
Well,
there's a gecko. There's a gecko on my chair. That's crazy.
oh,
Go.
is is your chair from Telus?
Yeah, he was trying to you know, give me a switch to Geico.
No. Oh wait, Geico, not Telus. Why did I say Telus? Geico. Yeah, I fucked up there. Sorry, I fucked up my joke.
Ah, you're
But,
fine.
Oh, by the way, speaking of jokes, what is the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle versus a poorly dressed man on a tricycle?
uh, well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a tricycle.
Yeah, what's one word to describe their differing?
Oh God,
Or like what's the difference? What's one word that's different between them? Yeah.
I don't know.
Attire.
Oh wow, get out of here!
Oh my God.
That's actually pretty funny. Okay, you got that one.
I said that to
Oh,
my
I'm
coworkers.
tired.
I said that to my coworkers this week, and they just like, really, really, bro, really, and they just ignored me.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah. That's what I would have done.
I really found out funny. When I found that, I was
I'm
dying
tired.
by myself. I'm like,
That's
oh
fine.
my god.
Oh, that's funny.
There you go. Now you guys have one.
Another stupid dad joke. That's what that was.
That was a dumb dad joke, but it was
Uh huh.
funny as hell.
It was. They're all funny. We
I'm
all know
tired.
my only joke that I tell people, so I'm not gonna say it.
That- I'm very
Oh,
proud of that for myself.
Hold on, I'm moving stuff around. So we were debating what to do since there were two, now there's
Well,
three.
we got the majority of the people here now, so I think we can play.
I mean, that's fine. We no longer have
No,
JoJo.
I've done the math. We
What?
have Prism playing Die Hammer Banshee. That's 3 right there. Then we
I
have Derek, Riley, Prism, the android.
Mm-hmm.
And then aren't you also playing Dodo?
Mm-hmm. So who are
That's
really
already
Hold on.
7.
we're really missing like
Hold on one second. My mom's calling.
Go ahead.
Couldn't-
We're missing like Grizz, right? Grizz is out.
Yeah.
We're missing
Yeah.
Kiki, Melody,
Couldn't
and we're
Riley
missing
technically
fucking
control Dodo?
Marcus. What's that? Yeah,
Couldn't Riley
actually.
technically control Dodo because Dodo was close?
I mean,
close
well,
to her.
here's the thing: you can't control your
No,
followers
like
slash NPCs
like
you know
look
what I mean.
like look
And
after them basically is what I'm
yeah,
trying to say. Like look
I
after
can't
like
even control the
Dodo.
plant.
So I'm just gonna kill off my 3 NPCs, and it's just gonna be you guys. How about that? That's what happens. You're gonna
No,
wake
don't
up.
kill them.
You're gonna wake
I'm-
up.
No.
Yeah, you two are gonna just suddenly come. This is how it's gonna work, right? The
Rocks
session.
got dropped on that.
You're gonna like suddenly things become clear, and it's only Derek. You're gonna look across. You see Riley. Around you is nothing but a fucking bodies of everyone that you were down there with. You two are the only survivors, and as you look at each other, there's a ruby red glow coming from each other, as if you are not friends.
Oh no!
That's how we're gonna start the session. If
Oh
we play.
shit!
No, but
I-
that would be
I-
fucking amazing, wouldn't it? What would you guys do?
Well,
What-
actually would like that because I'm actually thinking in my mind. It's bringing my head now. Okay, so Derek has the plant,
Here's-
right? Derek has the plant connection. Riley sure is connected with the mushrooms with the other 3.
Exactly.
But the fact that out of the 4 of us, she's the only one who became aware of it, kind of tells
Mhm.
me that she might have a potential to quote unquote be the main hive mind where
Well,
the spore could be.
listen.
Or if not the main one, but the one that will contract against the hive mind, which means it would still gather the attention of
There-
the hive mind itself. So
There's 2 ways that a hive mind works. Really, you have the way where each
Excuse me.
person has their individuality, but still receives commands and orders from another party, like the hive queen.
right.
And then you also have the other one where just everyone shares the same mind, thinking together
We are one.
and
Unity.
are one, basically. Well,
Unity.
even yeah,
We are unity.
So
But
okay,
how?
so
I'm not
which
saying
I'm
that's
I'm
gonna
leaning
happen.
more into
but
that there isn't a host. I don't think Riley
okay.
is just 1/4 right
but,
now of the
yeah.
hive mind.
So in other words, the rest of them are dead, one way or shape or form, and you're standing there. That's how we're gonna start the session. That's what we're gonna do. That's it.
Oh,
We start. That's it. Everyone else is dead, and you know what? At this point in time, nobody knows if it's VR, if it's a fucking dream. What's going on? So I can fuck with y'all as much as I want.
it's it's funny because you may or may not be saying this a joke, but if you think about it, you could technically have a session of just Derek and Riley getting connected. Like
You
it's not really happening in the real time aspect, but more like because they have a connection with the plants. So Derek has a connection to plants, Riley's connected with the mushroom. Both are still connected to the ground. So technically, you know how like androids can have this thing where in their minds they have like they're running,
What is
they can have a
time?
full conversation. Yeah. Well, then technically Derek and Riley could technically have the same thing,
See,
except
you know what? I'll tell you what. I don't like smart players. Okay, just shut up and let me do my stories because I'm tired of y'all anticipating what's going on and trying to figure things out. I really am. Because as much as you figure out, you tell me that you figured it out. I'm gonna fucking make it even more fucked up. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, just it's that. But yes,
I feel like
yes,
it's
you were
funner
not
that
wrong.
way though.
Hmm?
When you know what we're thinking of, so you
Mhm.
can subvert our expectations.
Yeah, so I can be like, fucking damn it, they're on that. All right, how can I make this even more fucked up? Here's a mind trip for you kids. Okay, Inception times
Right?
10. Fucking yeah, you guys wake up and you realize you were clones. You fucking yeah. You just wait. you
Well, no, what
motherfuckers.
I was thinking is when you described us as falling, it reminds me of Spy Kids. If you guys have seen that in, I think it's the second Spy Kids where they go into like a volcano and they go down the entrance and they're just falling for like 3 hours and they eventually
Here-
figure out that it's just a fan blowing them up, so they weren't actually moving.
Yes. Here's what you. All right, here you want some mindfuckery? Who says you even left the facility that you were in fucking 10 sessions ago?
oh yeah, with the
We went to
I
sleep
forgot
and
her
it's
name.
all a dream.
Venus.
Now,
It would
is
make
that
sense
Is
Oh,
that
that
cheap?
facility?
Is it cheap? But maybe not. Yeah, that facility, like the one with
with Venus, right?
When you were in the
Yeah.
fucking facility, you cocooned, Maybe all
Yeah.
this is because you fucking assholes decided you all need to shit at the same time. So
Dude,
maybe
to be
none of
honest,
this
if you actually
happens.
rolled it back that far, there's some interesting implications and stuff that would happen. Because you realize you'd undo all of the stuff you kind of took away from us. The destruction of the android getting destroyed.
Mhm.
but
Then we also run into like, all the levels that we've gained.
See, I can't even like. Well, theoretically, you'd still gain them because this has happened.
Yeah, we
You're not gonna
experienced
lose.
it.
Yeah, it was an experience, but time is relative, kids. Just like up is relative in space, time is relative in 2096. So you don't know if you're in a sim, if you're fucking shedding together and you released your pheromones, and you guys are the reasons everyone is fucking sleeping, including JoJo and the fucking androids. Because guess what? They can be affected by shit. Maybe. Yeah,
Oh, they
you
can?
fucking,
Oh, I didn't-
you
What if?
fucking,
What if?
yeah,
What if?
yeah.
As much as I want that, I still want to explore this, and I'd still like, to potentially
But,
take
like-
over the world with this plant. That's
and
fun.
then we wake up after you reach that
And
point.
then we
like-
wake up.
And then we wake
Yes.
up and we're back in Venus's facility. You're like, wait a minute.
And like, you guys are all around looking at Venus. How was your shed? I hope it was beneficial to yourselves.
you do know, you guys do know that's gonna, you do know what.
how many items I've gone through and stuff, the stuff I've destroyed, and having to remember all of that stuff.
Well, see,
You-
that's
you do-
great because your inventory and what you have matters because the next couple of sessions are going to be you're running low on fucking shit. Everything's at the bottom of the goddamn Kraken's waters.
I
food,
actually
water,
built.
yeah.
Okay, I built Derek to survive in the wilderness, away from a city for very long periods of time. And the time that I built him for was like 2 months. So
I think-
Derek was prepared to go like 2 months
So-
or something
Sure.
without going to a city.
So-
It was
so here's-
also-
here's the problem
Sorry.
with that, Derek.
Wait.
Like,
Yeah, that
sorry,
was
go-
desert.
Yeah.
That was desert. You're
Yes,
in
No, no,
fucking
that's true.
moist, wet jungle.
I was actually gonna bring one more into the equation with Derek. Is
Mhm.
that you designed Derek to survive on his own. He's
Yeah.
no longer on his own right now. There's actually something bigger that's depleting his supplies, aka the plant. You just fed this thing like what? How many energy bars? Protein bars?
Yeah, but you also have to
20,
keep in
20
mind
dollars?
Derek can survive like butt naked. That's how
No,
I
no, I
first
know.
introduced him and stuff.
I know Derek might be able to survive, but if the plant, what I got from the plant is if it gets impatient, it's
Yeah.
gonna fucking kill Derek
You know
or
what?
anything
Most
else
likely.
that matters. So.
Speaking of that, have we used Derek's photosynthetic?
Yeah,
I think
no, I
we
use it
have.
like every
Yeah, we
session.
have. When we were on, especially when we were in Darwin, when 'cause
Well,
you know how
yeah,
he
no,
switched
no.
with the thing,
I'm
right?
saying this is referring to when you guys got down below. I need you to roll a d12, Derek, right now, right now. Well, we're not.
Okay,
playing.
Well, you
Why
guys,
I had to-
I'll be right back.
Um,
Okay, guys.
Okay.
You're right,
No, give me.
but
a
at the
D12.
same time, I've been taking ingest.
I know, but give me a d12. I just want to verify what I already know,
Yeah.
which is, yeah. With that, yeah, you're not taking you're taking half nutrients in from the sun.
No, I assumed something like that.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't the real sun.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, what?
That's part of why when we fell and I took the ingest, because I'm like, I gotta prepare for not having potentially food.
Wait.
There's not a sun underground.
How much of that do you? Because all your protein bars are gone at this point, right?
Well,
So-
no. See, the thing is, I have 9 protein bars, but I also have 9 ingest and then 10 nutrient patches.
Okay, so let's go through this because you definitely gave the plant 20 of whatever you
did.
had. Okay. And
Yeah.
this is what you have left over.
I'm
Mm,
trying to hide that I have food. Kind of.
Okay.
I'm trying to like
Okay.
tell
just-
it that it's gonna get sun. And I'm trying to explain to it this is emergency for when it's hungry and there is no sun.
Okay. Well,
But, like, that's kinda hard to explain to a
verify.
plant.
So you lied to the plant directly that you had you gave it all the 20. See, I was under
No,
the
I
assumption-
told it
okay.
that it was emergency food, and I tried
don't
explaining
know,
what
I
emergency
was
food
listening
was.
to the sessions. I was listening to last session. You give it 20 trying to break out because it asked you how
Oh,
much
I
do you
told-
have, and you told it. So you were trying to mislead that. So I need you to roll another d12 right now. We're not in session right now, but we are. This is
I just
all-
came back to. I need you
Just-
to roll a d12
Uh-huh,
for me right
yep.
now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Shit.
That's fine. That's good. I'm gonna mark that down in my notes.
Oh
that you
shit.
lied to the plant because guess what? Yeah, I noticed that you lied to
did?
it. Boop, 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 boop,
What you
boop.
like to the planet? I was trying to tell it that I was gonna keep feeding it over
Uh-huh.
time.
Yeah, sure. Listen to the session. That's not what it sounds like.
Oh no, Derek had to slip up.
That even though you gave it 20 to increase it, you held back.
I'm curious, by the way,
Do,
if I'm
do,
understanding
do,
it
do.
correctly.
What?
Is Derek like kind of like quote unquote in the Matrix where he's like connected to this plant, like he's walking around with like a wire on him, but it's a vine or
No,
something?
no, it doesn't need that. We're in
Oh, okay.
2096, so you don't need to be physically attached to something for it to have a hold of you.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No, I know you don't have to. I'm just wondering how this one worked because for some reason in my mind that's what was happening with the vines. That's why I was like thinking. I was actually thinking about back in my head. I'm like, oh, like I actually want to get this plant out, and I wonder if it's gonna be like a venom kind of scenario where you had to go into Derek somehow and like the bulb of the plant or something.
Well,
Uh,
who says the
I'm
four of you actually woke up from your orgy of love?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my mom was being crazy.
Welcome
It's fine.
back.
We're
Welcome
just
back.
we're just catching up on little things that have happened over the last sessions too. Yeah.
Also, sorry. I don't want to like what was the old beat a dying horse or something. But anyways, if you did bring us back to Venus's facility and we just wake up from the shedding, you guys do know what Riley's first thing that what she's gonna do, right?
Cry like a
He's
little bitch. What? I mean,
no, he's gonna grab like a long ass pole and smack Cade to the face like multiple times and probably almost kill him.
I mean,
Okay.
Riley would be smacking Cade because of some shit that he did.
we're just we're
wait.
just
What did
talk
Cade do?
we're just talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm wondering. What the hell did Cade do?
Back then.
We had the set. Oh yeah, wait, that's the one that we didn't record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Prism. Oh, so there was a session where I believe it was just me, Prism, and Marcus, I guess, or Cade. I think it was just. I think that was just it, right?
I think so.
And then we had like a session about like what happened after the Venus thing where everyone was in shedding and then we wake up and then Riley went to the tunnel or whatever. But somewhere along the lines of the story, while she was trying to help out Cade, um, oh no, Jameson was there too, or something. Anyways, while she was trying to help him out, he like forcefully like kissed her or something.
What?
And because I rolled shit, I couldn't I couldn't fight it off. The guy just took advantage. I'm like, oh my god. And now I'm like, I hate him. Like Riley hates him now.
That'd be great. He comes back next
Well then.
session. What happened to me? Well, you died. Riley killed you.
Riley killed you.
Riley killed you because you forced a kiss upon him.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
No,
Well,
no, no. It was like a shit like series of rolls on my end, and just something that he chose to do on his end. And for some reason, he rolled higher than mine. So yeah, because she was trying to help him out, like trying to heal him or something like that. If I remember correctly, he was trying to heal him. And then since she was in close proximity to him, he just pulled her and forced it. And I'm like, and Prism knows that even I was trying to like, okay, well, she is acidic, so she's just like melting this guy's face. And he goes, oh yeah, I know. What was he say? He had like regenerative or something like that. And I'm like,
Psycho.
sure you do. Like, since when? Or
okay, he
whatever.
had
Like,
what?
regenerative. The mu-
Regenerative fucking mouthpiece.
well, technically that was I was saying how she was actually pouring acid down his throat. Um, just trying to
Regenerative
melt
act.
everything. Trying to burn a hole through his head from his mouth. Basically, is what it's trying to do. Trying to think
Man,
of
what the fuck?
yeah. Trying to think of. Have you guys seen the movie Cube? It's like an old like
It's not
movie.
that. It's not that
Crazy.
old.
The Cube or something like that.
It's not that old.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Is it? Well, anyways, remember that first part where the guy goes in, the guy that throws the shoes, and then he got acid on his face, like on his eyes, and then eventually it like melted through his face. That's what I was trying to do in that situation, but I kept rolling low. So, yeah,
So you ended up just making out with him.
for yeah, being forced to it, and then
Funny as
like
hell.
yeah,
Oh,
and then throughout the rest of the session, he was trying to like stay near her, and Riley was trying to
You
go
like
on
it?
each going each side of like Jameson because he's trying to get away from him. And then outright just left them and
You
stayed
know
with
it's not
Jameson.
good when you're hiding behind Jamathan for help.
I know. You know.
yeah,
Oh, that's who
no.
we're. All right, so we're missing. We're missing James. We're missing a couple people. Anyways, Phade, are you mobile right now? You are, right?
Huh? Am I mobile?
Yeah, like driving in a vehicle.
Oh no, I'm sitting outside my house. I'm just rolling a blunt.
Oh, okay. I got that background noise. It sounded like you were driving or some shit.
Oh, that's my bad. That's my air conditioner. Hold on, let me turn it down a
Motherfucker.
little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah, no.
Rolling the
All right,
blunt. Hey,
kids.
you want to fast?
Do we want to do? What do I got? I still have not upgraded my battery, so I probably got an hour, maybe that.
An hour?
Yeah, listen. I've been upgrading. So I'm working all summer while you were off doing your thing, right? I've been trying to
Yeah.
like get my shit together too to upgrade everything, and unfortunately, well, Massachusetts is like being the Pacific Northwest where it's fucking overcast and rainy most days, and my little fucking battery is not enough to fucking do anything. So I'm upgrading it. I just haven't made up my mind which one I need, because the one I want will fucking last like a week with no rain, or no sun, I should say, but it's like fucking $3,000. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that, you know.
That's a lot.
So the other option is get something smaller, in which case it'll double my capacity, or I could spend like $1,500 to get something with a generator and just fucking call it a day. So I'm thinking of probably doing that because I don't want to spend fucking $3,000 on a goddamn power.
Yeah, I would.
That's too much.
Yeah,
That's
and
way
like,
too much.
listen, I'm making good money right now, but that's a lot, and I got to upgrade my camper shell because guess what? Winter's coming sooner than later. I know summer just started or is starting, but I need to get ready for fucking being back in the desert. So, I'm thinking like an upgraded battery pack with a fucking generator so that I can just play fucking 12-hour sessions again and not worry about the sun being out or not.
12 hours
Yeah,
session. Dang.
Well,
I like that. We need
yeah.
more 12-hour sessions.
Well,
I need a 12-hour session.
listen,
I
my
need-
sessions.
I need a 12-hour
You
session
need-
so bad.
You need one of those.
Well,
Just feel like-
but I don't think we've done a 12-hour session. It was technically like
It was
two
like 6
extended
right?
sessions
Yeah, maybe
that
like
were both
5,
6
6,
hours.
yeah,
It was
so-
optional, and we just all chose to stay there the whole time.
and that was cool. I'd love to be able to do that.
It sucks. I couldn't stay for that. Or couldn't attended that.
That was fun. That was fun. Actually, we should do. I want to be able to do more of those. So I don't like being limited by power, and the sun not being out. So I think I don't like the fact that the system I'm looking at is like not completely black, and I don't really have room for it. But I might buy that.
Got so many stupid ideas, but like it's easier, I think, and cheaper to make your own power solutions.
It's dude, it's not. I'm living out of my truck. I have limited space. The truck is already fucking at maximum capacity, dude. There is no room.
Yeah.
So I have to fucking strategically. I have to be as efficient as fucking possible in making my system. As much as that would be great, I can't do that right now. I gotta buy a system.
Well,
that's already
okay.
set,
Here's what
you know
I'm
I mean?
thinking. Do you have space in like the roof of your cabin?
I think
If you're willing
I
to part with like
have-
an inch,
But
you
I
can
think
fit
Prism-
a huge array of batteries.
But I think Prism also mentioned that he's also trying not to make it so suspicious that he's actually
Yeah,
living in the truck.
have you seen?
Yeah. Well,
Have I showed you my truck? I mean, listen. I've spent years doing it. Remember, I've lived off grid for fucking 2 years already.
That's pretty cool,
Traveled
actually.
and stuff.
yeah, yeah. But I'm saying that like the batteries and generators, they're typically like
No,
2 feet squared, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's still small. Listen, the one that I'm looking at the one that I really want for fucking $3,000 is still small. It's 150 pounds. It's 4,000 watt hours. So on a
Oh,
charge, I will be able to play fucking. And right now, the battery I've been using for the last 2 years is 500 watt hours. Okay, that's my problem. So if I go to a 4,000 watt hour system for $4,000, not even, that's gonna send. That's a whole week of playing this fucking game
yeah,
straight without the solar working. So
right.
that's really what I want to do. But I need to upgrade my cap on my in my camping setup so I can stealth camp in town, make money to continue to afford to do this. But anyways, I'm trying to fucking get the right system because it's been raining. Like when I went to the Pacific, like when I went from Arizona to the Pacific Northwest, I lost sun. I fucking that's when my problems really started. And mind you, those of you that have been here, Phade, you were here years ago. You
Yep.
heard me
Yep.
bitch about my computer and about my fucking power. How many times? All the time.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. And basically, it comes down to I can't play because I run out of fucking power. I blew out on my old truck. I blew out every single fucking 12-volt receptacle in that fucking truck,
Oh wow.
powering and playing. So I can't do that this time. I'm not going to do that with the truck, but I need to upgrade my power. Anyways, it's down to 16%. I did upgrade my Starlink. It's definitely helping, but it's obviously not enough.
Hour nine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, output's still good, but my laptop's taking a lot of it. I could fucking unplug it and see what happens. That might give me 2 hours. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna pull it out. What do I get?
Indeed.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll see. If I crash, you'll know why. Anyways, what are we doing? Are we continuing from? What do you guys want to do?
I was actually just thinking about that. With Fade back here, what n- excluding the Sunday session, the Saturday session only. When was the last time?
Dude, it was fucking.
Oh, so
Such,
Magi. Oh yeah, yeah. So when was the last
I.
time that he was part of this
It
group?
was. It was before you. It was when you guys dropped. So
From the
he.
ship, right? The
No,
airship.
it was
Uh,
from when you
Magi was
dropped.
no.
I think he was on top of the car, right? On the
Mm-hmm.
ride, and then we
Well,
dropped.
he knows. Fade. When was the last time? I think it's when you drop when they
The
all
last
dropped.
time I played, the last time I played, y'all met Akuma.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
That
Akuma.
was
yeah, but briefly. We didn't even get to your whole like story because you dropped or something though. So I'm gonna say like you they didn't nobody really met Akuma.
he is actually very close to where Derek is, I think, right now, where we last
Hmm.
left him.
Yes. Yes, he would be because wasn't he looking for a ship like that fell?
It was like this
Yeah.
area. It was on the. We
We were
found
looking
it.
for. We found it. It was in the river. It was a lead pad.
Oh, okay. I guess that happened when the ones that I missed. I guess
Hmm.
because I think I missed a couple of sessions. So.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
Akuma.
Hmm.
The badass. What was it? Like gravity thing? What was it? The badass
Oh, the
gravity,
gravity
not
shield.
wizard. But yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. Anyways, battery 55 minutes. That's not right. How can I change this? Hold on.
Oh,
It's up to you guys. You wanna do a little of this? You wanna do something else? What are you thinking? It's already been an hour of fucking
I'm
ticking.
down for what Derek or what everyone else does. Like I'm okay to just talk too as well, but I'm also down to play as well if we're able to
I
play
mean,
something.
this is I might not even stop and redo the session. I'm just gonna leave it as is because guess what? It is Saturday, June 14th. In which case, in 11 days, I might turn a year older, which is gonna suck. But anyways, it is what it is. And also, it is, yeah, this is 2096, a post apocalyptic role playing game set in the not so distant future. Intelligence is rewarded, stupidity is punished, and whatever you do, don't roll a 1. So, you know what? Once again, I would have played with 2 of you. Well, we got 3 right now. One of you hasn't been here for a while. We're going to introduce a new player. I'm going to say it's introducing, even though you have played. It was fucking weeks ago, dude. I don't think anyone has actually seen what your new character. So how about we do that? How about we do a couple of things? We're missing some players, but that's okay. Well, that's fucking fine. I'm actually just trying to find the right spot. So give me a second. Anyone who does watch a session is gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't know shit.
What?
Fuck you. By the way, here's on a side note, I do want to put up a recap of every previous session. That's gonna take a long. It's taking a long time to do that. But for those of you who take notes, ready? Yeah, if you want to help me out on doing that for all these sessions, because we're on fucking, what is this, session fucking 50, 60 or some shit at this point. I don't know, dude. This is a lot of sessions.
Wonder if I can just give you a link to my Google spreadsheet. Because
Uh,
all of it's in here
just
from every session I've been with you guys. It's all in this one document. It's just separate
well,
tabs.
wait. How many words do you have on your document?
How
Do you have
how
the
can I
word?
tell that?
I don't know. I'm still using. I can't wait to get rid of
There's,
fucking
I think it's in
Microsoft.
tools.
Fuck you.
If you go to the tools, there
See,
might
I
be a
have-
thing that gives you the word count.
I'm still using Microsoft Word, and on the bottom left, I have 26,000 words for the last all this shit. Which, mind you, I left some stuff out. That's still
Future is open
that's
source
still a lot.
Linux.
It's a
It's
level.
got
No.
no. I'm not.
No,
I'm
the-
not finding it on tools.
The
But what I
future
can
is-
tell you
Uh-huh.
is I have reached the 1,000 limit line, and I had
Okay.
to create another 1,000. So
See,
I think that's a lot of
that's a
words.
lot. That's fine. Do that.
And,
Anyways.
and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tabs. Because one is for my character sheets, and each character sheet has its own quote unquote journal notes, which is where I take the notes for the sessions for that specific
Nice.
character.
Yep.
So I got a lot of words here. I just don't know how many, but
That's fine.
and it's got some spelling
Well,
errors too. But you know,
So think about it this way, right? Like a full length novel, like Hunger Games, usually about 80 to 100,000 words. So this right here at 26,000 words with everything we've been through though is like 5 years of fucking animated series. Okay,
yeah.
think of it that way, because usually,
Yeah.
yeah,
5 years of animated series.
yeah.
Yes.
Listen, and that's just this. This is not the other stuff I've got. Fucking, yeah. We're gonna.
Would
We'll
it be
fine.
an anthology?
Yeah.
Technology.
I think by definition it ends up being an anthology.
Hold on.
Because we're the same people potentially playing different characters in the same world,
Yeah.
just telling like different stories and stuff.
But hold on. Such as poems. All right. So
I was about to say that's
an
everybody
anthology is a
except me, but then I
collection
remember I have Rummy on as well.
of literary works such as poems, short stories, plays, or songs, often by different authors. No, an anthology is different authors. So not really like.
This thing-
Well, yeah, we have the Wednesday session with MC, and then the
Yeah,
Saturday.
but it's still like.
Sunday.
I mean, I'm still maybe. I don't know. It doesn't
Sundays.
matter. Anyways,
Sundays with what's his face? No
with
name.
yeah, no name. He can play. Anyways, yes and no. Either way, I've got fucking. It's like I was telling you. Like, if you want to know some of those questions you asked me, Zul, you're gonna have to read the novels, and we're talking about like novels 10 to 20 because that's how many I have planned. So it's gonna be a while. What are we doing? Anyways, yes, 2096. We're gonna get into some shit. How about that? We're gonna play a little bit. We got 3 of you. That's more than enough to play. I will usually play with 2, and for fucking years I did play with 2, which was good hoots and hollers. And actually, a lot of the shit you're dealing with now is because of those 2. We're not gonna get into the details. But yeah, because of them, you are where you are at. Which is, you know what? I usually introduce our players first. Who wants to do a recap? How about that? We're gonna wait for the player introductions. Freddie, we know you take notes. So
That's why I didn't even say anything.
why?
Well,
I mean, you don't need to.
We'll all be recapping.
I mean,
what do you want me to recap? All of the,
I don't know.
the King of the
Watch just
Jungle,
no.
or
This
just
is
recent?
when you're supposed to be like, hey, for a recap, watch the previous, listen to the previous sessions on YouTube to figure out where the fuck
Oh.
we're doing. That's it. Because guess what? We're nearing 10 sessions already of you guys being down in a place where I thought maybe it'd be like 4, 5, 6. No, we're gonna be down here until you all die. Basically, you're not getting out alive. That's what I figured. Just kidding.
I'm kind of like
I'm
the
getting out
paragraph.
alive.
You might.
Fuck that.
Well, not if Dipshit was
I'd
here
already
and Creature Caller.
consider I'd already consider Derek dead with how he is.
Well, Your
I
Nana
considered
just
Riley dead like a couple of sessions ago already.
well, she
but,
was
We're all
actually
dead.
3 of you were dead, and maybe actually all of you are, because who says you're actually down here right now? Maybe you're all hallucinating. This
Is
is
this
the
like an
end
episode
of
of Lost?
times. This
Yo,
is
it's an episode of Lost.
I like we were
It's just
talking about.
Lost.
Yeah, you're all fucking with Venus in your little cocoons, and you're imagining all this. No, you're not. Welcome to the harsh reality of 2096, where it's not only a desert world like Dune, which by the way looks fucking awesome, and I want to play that, and The Expanse, which I want to play that, and Offworld. But this place is a jungle, fucking glowing jungle like Avatar world with bronciosauruses. Oh my god. Phade, you're in for a fucking great time. Just wait until you fucking see this. Anyways, what are we gonna do? We're not introducing players just yet. We're gonna do a recap. Somebody want to do a recap? How you got down here? No. Great.
Well,
Come on.
yeah, we call
Gravity.
them
Yes. Yes. By the way, there is no
Gravity.
there is no up in space. But yeah, you got down here because you're in gravity.
there might be no
Freddie,
up, but there is a down.
there is. Freddie,
Oh, how do we know which way we fell?
Oh,
Maybe you fell to the right. Anyways, Freddie, do you want to give a recap, or do you want me to just fucking make something up?
well, you're talking about the recap that happened recently. So we do have people that are bonded by fungi, and we also have another person who's bonded with a separate sentient being. And I forgot why. I think it's because someone kept doing the call thing that's collapsing the whole place, and so we just decided that there is now there is now a thing, a time limit that, okay, we got to get to the middle island, and that's what we've been trying to do. So we've been trying to look for we're just trying to follow the scouting route that Derek and Note took. They found a couple of doors, and we have to deal with a bronchiris or whatever you call those. And then the bunnies as well, with another Jameson popping up, or at least someone who looks like him. um and so the group is separated. Derek is on his own. We're all headed towards the big door. The four who are
Wait, no,
connected.
I think the door is on one side and then you have the tunnel going the other way.
Right. So, but what I was gonna say is the four of us who are connected, Riley is aware that there's something, you know, something odd about it, and she's actively trying to fight the pull by Doran, because Doran wants to go into the tunnel due to the center island, but Riley wants to go help Derek because, according to his comms, he is hurt, he can't move, and he has a friend, and we also know that Note is with him too. So, and we haven't heard anything from Note. So in Riley's case, it's a mission critical. We gotta save them, but the rest of the group are eager to go to the middle as the whole place is collapsing. So that's where we left off last. Um, is that good? Is that good for a recap?
I think that's about right, right? Derek, is there anything you want to add to that? While I look for some stuff. No, good.
I don't think so. That's
No.
most of it.
Wow, that's not what I want at all. Anyway, shape, or form. Give me a second. Let me.
Got the friend. We
There's
need a
also
token for the friend.
there's also a lot of details that I left off there, but I mean, if you really want to, you could watch the previous.
There it is. Yes. All right.
You watch the previous episodes.
All right. So it's been a while since Phade has been with us. Usamagi is no longer with you. However, we're going to go to somebody else. But basically, yes, you're all headed, or you're at. Why did it fucking move? You're at. I think you can see that green token right there.
Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
except for Derek, which is
And
where
Note.
his icon is, and Note. Here, we'll put you. Actually, you know what? We're just getting rid of Note because he doesn't fucking matter right
See,
now.
I think he's just somewhere in the tunnel, and I kind of forgot him.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter at this point.
He's in the
As I
plant.
recall, the plant was nibbling on him.
Yes.
And
He
if
didn't
you
like how
really-
he tasted, though.
Go watch, yeah. So, anyways,
So
it
I
was
think he like
nibbling
spat
on
it
Note.
out.
Did he? We don't know. We're not there yet.
We don't know. He
Anyways,
didn't
what are we gonna
say
do? We're gonna wait to introduce your players or your characters. Players, fucking characters, whatever. Give me a second. Let me set some stuff up. Kiki,
Choose your players. I'm
So-
Riley, and I'm being played by Hoopla.
You are. I mean, at this point, yes, you are your. I am Prism. Okay, I am Prism. I have always been Prism, and the corporations will fall. Anyways, I should be protesting today, but I'm not, so I'm playing with you guys. There's Akuma.
I should too.
Oh, look, Akuma's here.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna save changes so you don't see your nameplate. All right, Akuma, I'm gonna move. Yeah, actually, you stay right there. Here's what's gonna happen. While the shit is going on, that was basically a recap. We're gonna get into more details in a minute. Here's what I want from you first. Hold on. Let me read this. Yes, Derek, I want you to roll 7d12 right now.
7d12. What? Oh my god.
What did you roll? Well, that's not that bad. Thank you for that.
Cancel
That's
each
gonna
other
be
out.
great. Yeah, the 1 and the 12 cancel each other out. Hold on, let me copy these down. Those are gonna come into play a little later because I don't think you fucking know what you're rolling for
Bleh.
anymore. Do you?
Nope.
Didn't say.
What the fuck? Hold on, I just messed up something. Hold on, let me write this down. Jesus Christ. How does
Good thing you made him roll that, because if that was me, that'd be like 3 ones.
10, 3, 2, 1,
I mean, I rolled pretty low.
12. That's still not that horrible, though. And what's its, is it going to come into play this session? Definitely not. Is it going to... Never mind. You'll see. Anyways, that brings us to the bonded group, which is just pretty much Riley. Riley, I'm going to roll for everyone else. Roll a 1d12, please.
1d12? Okay.
Yeah. 1d12.
Not too bad.
No. You got a... wow, I rolled 11.
I can see an 11 on my roll. I don't know why that gave me a 1. But
All right.
whatever.
You are feeling anxious. Here's what you're feeling right now, Riley. You're feeling anxious, uncertain, and you have a general dislike for Doran, who's not here. So that works out well.
Sorry, say that again. Anxious and...
Anxious. What did I say? Come on, kids. I can't repeat the shit that I said. Anxious. You're looking at Doran and you have a distrust for him, even though you're bonded. So there you go. Distrust for.
Distrust for one.
Currently, you feel uncomfortable.
I think that's the other one that you said earlier.
And whatever I said. What did I say? I don't know.
I think it was uncomfortable, I think.
Yeah, you have a distrust. You feel uncomfortable, a little heated. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, all right. He's not here. That's good. We can skip through that. All right, here we're going to go to. You know what? It's been a while, so we're going to start with Akuma. Do you remember your first mission and how we introduced you to this clusterfuck? No? That's good, because I'm going to do it again. How about that?
I remember. I
was gonna say.
I kind of remember.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say
My original mission was I was supposed to protect a very high ranking individual from a different city. We were in a lev pad. And something happened, and I don't know what it exactly was.
That's perfect. That's pretty much sums it up. So here you go. I'll give you a little more details. Basically, Akuma, it was your first mission. You were on what was said to be an executive's personal detail. The executive was short and in some sort of environmental suit. Short environmental suit. The suit kind of looked like, I don't know, an old diving suit. It was Kiki. Anyways, there was a meeting. You were not briefed on the details, but you put a few things together, as you're an AI and you're pretty fucking smart. The meeting involved executives from different corporations. However, something happened and you were forced to evac. You got the executive, Kiki, safely on board as gunfire erupted throughout the facility you were in. Which basically looked like a research lab. You do not know where it was because the lev was blacked out on your approach. However, you can give me a D12 intelligence roll. You can give me an intelligence roll to see if you could fucking figure out if it was up, down, left, right. How about that? Give me an intelligence roll there, Akuma. Well, that's pretty fucking good. With your AI ability, you decided you feel like it was down. It was underground. You were definitely in an underground facility as gunfire erupted through it. On takeoff, however, as you got the VIP, the executive, Kiki, secured, and you were headed out of said facility, up and about as you felt it. You know, you got sensors, you're whatever. Anyways, something hit the lev. It quickly lost power, and so did you. And that's all you remembered until now, as your systems suddenly come back online and you find yourself in a field of tall grass. You see a jungle in the distance, the sun starting to rise, the jungle glowing, basically Avatar, think Avatar. And you see a tall creature, at least 10 meters in height, grazing on said grasses. However, what catches your eye is not the creature, the blowing grasses, but a group of people running in the distance between the plains and the luminescent jungle, headed towards the north. What are you gonna do?
I see people running.
A group of people, about what, 6, 7 of you? I don't know how many fucking people are here. Anyways, it's a couple.
I'm going to attempt to stealthily and swiftly uh, find a way to move move on them, not in a violent manner, but just like move closer from a stealthy rear.
All right, I need a D12 from you. A straight D12, nothing else.
Strict.
Straight D12. It's gotta be my D12. If it doesn't,
No.
that's no. Wow, that is not a D12. As a matter of fact, that is a dice
It
of
is. It
doom.
says
So
rolling one
congratulations.
I see a
That is
15.
that is a 1d20. Yeah, that was a 1d20, and we know what happens. So, as you are stealthily and swiftly, your systems are coming back online. It's literally like your leg kind of like glitches. There's sparks and stuff. Like you realize your systems are not up to, well, they're making a little bit of noise, more noise than you thought of. As this large 10-meter high or tall dinosaur suddenly notices you. Think of a Bronchiosaurus, because that's
Oh
pretty much
no.
what it is. It looks over at you. It definitely sees you, and as it does, Riley, give me in a perception check, please.
Okay. Well,
Bastard.
oh, I almost typed in something else too. Good thing I double check. Of course, that doesn't matter with my plus 12. It's still a 2. Rolled so low. Oh,
Wow, you guys are all rolling low. That's good. You actually rolled better than die.
what the
Uh,
hell?
yeah, even with your 2, you're gonna fucking notice like movement. As the fucking thing, suddenly you hear like footsteps. Mind you, there's a lot of shit going on right now, but
Yeah.
footstep uh shakes the ground. As you look over, you see one of the large fucking brachiosauruses that was grazing. It turns its head, and just over the tall grass, you see, well, what looks like a. How do you describe yourself there, Akuma?
I don't know if you heard.
Akuma, you
Oh,
fucking get
you'll
away
see
from the
him.
free ride.
He's got a hood, glowing eyes. Like they're very different from. He does not look like the same kind of android that you've seen previously with like, oh god, what was his name?
Usamagi
Uh,
or
Tamagi.
Yeah,
Usamagoro?
Usumagi. He's very different. He's more urbanized. Urbanized.
What
He's got
color are your
like
eyes?
a half jacket poncho on. His eyes are like a glowing, almost green, like a lot darker of a green than teal. Uh, he's got little whirring circuits and things. Whenever he walks, it's like.
So he is
Looks like he's
definitely
got
not stealth.
automated automated booster sneakers. Everything about him just screams fucking robot.
Robot.
All right.
Okay.
As you notice him, the Brachiosaurus turn, you notice Akuma in the distance. Akuma, this Brachiosaurus, this large, tall, long-necked dinosaur, notices you. It heads your way. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue moving or are you going to stop?
I'm gonna stop and see if it keeps moving towards me.
Can Riley roll an intelligence check to remember how we took care of the bronchitis?
Uh huh.
Bronchitis.
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 Go ahead.
I have bronchitis, but how we took care of that big because we had to take care of it last session too, and I'm blanking out on it right now for some reason.
Uh
Can
huh.
you roll a?
Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah, this thing's like 12 meters tall, dude. So that's like fucking a four-story building.
I know. I know. We. Oops, sorry. I know we. I don't know if he did something to it, or I know we made it run away or something at point. Never mind. That's a three. I don't think he remembers.
I mean, it was a fight, from what you remember. There were a couple of them. However, it doesn't matter at this
Oh,
moment as this large, tall, long necked dinosaur comes down to you, Akuma, as you have stopped and starts to smell you. Give me a
oh no,
1d12.
that's terrifying.
Oh god, a D12.
Wait. Oh, God.
Okay. I roll it.
Oh no! Damn.
All right. This long, or this large, tall dinosaur, this long neck comes down, right? It starts to sniff you. It like its wet nose like hits you, right? Give me a strength check.
A strength check.
Uh huh. Because this thing, I'm not even gonna roll for it because it's actually.
Oh no.
Hold on. I gotta go look and see what my strength was.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna be at a 30. So.
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
definitely not gonna be a 30.
Nope. Hold on. Let me do this. It hits you, right? Enough to like move you. You can give me another check to see if you can stay standing though.
Okay.
this is terrifying. Oh, that's a
Okay.
good. That's a good roll.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. Just I'm gonna assume it's pretty good though. Since you're an AI.
I'm gonna like grab his snout, not like grab him, but like when he bumps me, I'm gonna open my arms wide to it and like pat it on the nose.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
All right. It is strong enough where yeah, it like picks you up and moves you. However, you're able to like hold your ground, right? And you pat it on its nose. Its nose wet. Look, think of a cow's nose. Yeah, if you ever touched cow's nose, that's what's going on. I need you to give me a. See, I feel like a charisma check's not going to do it. Just give me another 1d12. Well, unless I
We
get a
need like
12.
a animal handling skill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that's.
That's survival though. I think.
I mean,
Well, no, we run into the issue where survival is your ability to survive in a specific environment,
yeah, like this.
which is
This.
the desert.
I'm gonna say.
So
Oh,
I hugged this Brachiosaurus
all
and
right.
like pet it on the nose and like nuzzle up to it a little bit and just
It.
breathe with it, kind of like Jurassic Park status.
Yes.
Speaking
Yes.
of Jurassic Park, its neck is large enough where you can't get your arms around it, right? There's no hugging it. You
Yeah,
can kind of like, yeah,
I
you
just like kind of pancaked up against its nose, like
you can
petting it.
you can give like its nose a hug, right? In which case you do. It's gonna be Jurassic Park where suddenly it like it recoils a little bit, and you see it like, and it sneezes, right? And it fucking just covers you in a green
When it
fucking
sneezes,
fluid. Yep.
can I use my reaction to throw my shield up?
Give me a speed check. And unless it's a regular speed check, you're gonna fail.
I don't know. I'm a pretty quick android.
I know, but just give me a D12 then. Let's just keep the session as D12 so it's low key. You gotta beat an 8.
He's gonna think. Wait, no.
All
Oh,
right,
I'm gonna 7.
you're able to get.
With my speed, it'll be over in 8.
All right, you're able to like get your shield up into cover. Like it's still like fucking like goes around your shield. It fucking kind of like covers you. I need a perception check actually right now.
Nice.
All right. As it sneezes, you notice something interesting. It looks like it has a crease down its fucking like neck, and it kind of like spreads open for a moment when it sneezes, but comes back together as its wet cow nose comes back down and nuzzles you. Riley, you see this?
Well, she would be talking to the rest of the group, looking for Dai. Oh, well, Dai is here actually. Like,
Dai
hey,
is
there's
on
a.
his knees. He's got his fucking weapon drawn towards it and his hand up, watching what the fuck is going on, listening to you.
Right.
There's a
So
what?
she's gonna like crouch up beside Dai, and he goes, I think that person is getting a good handle at that thing. It doesn't look like it's being hostile yet. We might not. It might not be a good idea to kind of scare it off right now, not especially not when that person's so close there.
Dai kind of like looks over at you. You think? And
Well, you
how
had
many?
your. It looks like you're prepared to shoot it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if it comes this way, I'm fucking shooting it. Riley.
Well,
Can I hear them at this point?
we're like
Oh, you're
whispering.
pretty. Yeah, like give me like they're pretty quiet. Give me a perception check, and you gotta add your perception to this. If you don't, it's gonna be 0. Like that D20 you rolled, motherfucker.
She's gonna continue with that. I'm like,
Where's your perception, Akuma? You didn't add it to your roll, so it's a 0. 0. What did I say? Everyone heard me.
I don't have any of my stats set up for.
All right,
Akuma
that's
yet.
fine.
But
No,
They
we don't.
are in our stats.
All right. You don't hear it though. I'm gonna say they're far enough away. You're petting the fucking dinosaur which just sneezed on you. This Bronchiosaurus, which is not so much a Bronchiosaurus. Like I
scarier
said,
than
this is
that
a
actually.
split. But yeah, Dai is gonna look at you, Riley, and be like,
You're gonna you're telling me that if it runs this way, you're gonna shoot it. I haven't seen anyone shoot at it, so I'm not sure if that's gonna affect it any.
"What? Okay,
I
Riley."
I trust you though, but I'm just kind of putting it out there. I'm not sure.
It kind of like
Do you
looks
have?
at you. Is like his face is like his helmet. By the way, it's open, so you can see his face. He
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
at you. His like
yeah.
eyes. He's like looking at you in disbelief. He's like, "Okay, so what would you do, Riley? Because we're not fucking outrunning that thing, and we already killed one."
Uh, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, this is only I can do. Probably is I could go invisible. I don't know what you guys can do.
I can't go invisible, Riley, he says as he looks back. You see Dai and Hammer, and they're like, I think we can go invisible. He looks at them, he literally fucking puts his hand on his fucking forehead, shakes his head. I don't think you fucking assholes have optical camo. I don't know what is going on with all of you, but I don't think you can go invisible. And that's loud enough where Akuma, you hear like the group has stopped. You physically see them as you're massaging this cow's fucking wet nose. What do you do?
Oh no, I think we lost them.
Akuma? Are you shopping, motherfucker? I swear to God, I'm muting you.
I am not. Hold on, I got a card too.
You are, you motherfucker. Yeah, you fucking.
I'm buying a slice of pizza. Shut up.
That's shopping, motherfucker. I knew.
Yeah,
In
I'm
the
buying
group.
a slice of
We'll
pizza. Get off me.
That's
share the
fine.
pizza within a group.
You know, you got this
Put it-
nice new apartment you can like hang out in. It's nice and quiet. You got a fucking good mic you could use, but no, you're on your fucking phone shopping for goddamn pizza, and now I'm hungry, motherfucker.
Hey, look, I've been hungry since yesterday. Don't
That's
judge me.
that's fine.
Oh damn! Oh
I
damn!
understand, son.
EFT.
It's just nice to have you here. But as you're getting pizza, right? You're petting this fucking large bronchiosaurus wet nose, this cow fucking nose, thinking about pizza as Akuma. We're gonna go over to Derek. Derek, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out a food solution for the planet.
Derek,
The sun's not coming up.
you know what? We haven't
So-
like described your characters yet. Obviously, I mean, kind of went into Akuma. Derek, have we done this? I don't think we have. It doesn't matter. Go
No,
watch the fucking previous
Not
sessions.
for a
Derek,
long while. Not for a
where
long while.
where are you right
Okay.
now? Describe where you are. What happened? Do you remember?
I think I'm sitting right outside of the hatch for that tunnel that I was at, and the plant is there with me, and it's kind of all like sprawled out, coming out of the tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just talking to it, trying to teach it stuff and explain it what like time is, and
It's not really talking as like its vines are sliding by you, slowly like growing, moving, exploring the area as you're sitting, recuperating from the telling it that you gave it pretty much all your food. Give me a D12, please.
I want to help it find food.
Sure you do. All right, it believes you, Derek. Derek, we have been trying to get out of that spot for quite some time. We don't know how many moon or sunrises it's been, but thank you. We can
Yeah,
actually branch out and grow now.
Well, remember, this isn't the real sun. The real sun is still up and far away, so
One
you
of the
gotta try to
tentacles
grow
wraps around your
up
leg.
to it.
What is this real sun, Derek? If this is not the real sun, what is the real sun?
Well, I've
What does
noticed
that mean,
that like
Derek?
I've been
It
a lot
squeezes you a
hungrier
little
down.
harder.
It's more filling. It gives more energy.
Yes, you are like us. You know what the sun can do, but if this is not the real sun, what can the real sun do to us?
Well, the real sun, I think it's usually up for longer, and it's way more powerful. I've been pretty hungry down here. I've been having to
Give me an endurance check.
give myself.
Give yourself what, Derek? It's squeezing pretty
Injections
fucking
of
hard.
stuff.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, so you eat dinosaurs and stuff, but you also like the sun, right?
What is a dinosaur, Derek? And it's squeezing you enough where like as its vines are spreading out, it's pushing you along the ground like with it. Like it's got its vine like leg, it's got you wrapped around. It's kind of like pushing you away.
Wait, can you see? Can you see what I see?
See the sun. Is it not coming up over the horizon, Derek?
Wait, is it?
It is.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that thing. I thought we flashed stuff in my head before.
What do you mean, Derek?
I don't know. I don't know what that was. But you eat meat, right?
What is meat, Derek?
Like, well, how you
Do you have
the
more of those
not sun
bars,
energy?
Derek?
When you Yeah, I have some, but the sun's coming up, and we can go find you
But
lots
the
of
sun
dinos
is
to
not
eat.
up yet, Derek. And we are hungry now. We have been asleep for a long time, Derek. It's only because of you that we woke up.
Hey, well, you gotta help me find food too. That I need to eat also.
What
I don't
does
eat nearly
Derek-
as much as you, though.
But Derek, you said you eat the sun. As do we.
I do, but the sun's not as good down here. I need
But-
more than just the sun. I need to
but
also
s-
eat stuff.
Still, when the sun comes up, it will feed both of us.
It
Starts to
will.
like lift you up higher. Like above the ground now.
I want to look around and see if I can see any dinosaurs or anything moving or.
All right, you are currently
basically
upside.
food.
All right, you're currently being held upside down. Give me a perception check. You have -2 because you're upside down, looking around,
Eh,
being held by your leg, which it's squeezing. It's lifting you up towards like where the sun is.
Ooh.
What is that? So, as you look around, I don't know how far can you see. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of movement. There's still glowing like fucking vegetation. There's stuff all around you. You might actually see some kind of like white furry creature with tall ears and glowing eyes look at you.
I want to tell him to trust me. I got an idea. Okay, so I have a little bit of food, but I want to show you something really cool, where I might be able to take one bit of food and throw it, and we can trick something bigger to come out and eat it, and then you can capture it and then eat it, and you get more than just that little bit of food.
What is this bigger, Derek?
You'll just watch, and I'm gonna take a protein bar and try to throw it in between me and the animal.
Okay. At this point, you are about 5 meters off the ground. You are upside down, being held by this plant. Give me a attack roll. Well, that's pretty fucking good. So even though you were upside down, about 5 meters in the air, you pull out the protein bar, you chuck it, it fucking lands. You see the jackalope, because that's what it is. Look around, it like startles at first and is about to run away, but then it looks at the protein bar. It's like it knows what a protein bar tastes like for some reason. As it hops towards it, it looks around too as you're like hanging upside down. Like it clearly notices you that you're up there. It looks around though. It's like it's looking for someone specific. However, it starts to munch on the protein bar. It nibbles its little whiskers and stuff. It scrunches its nose. Its ears are
Okay,
going
now-
back and forth.
It's right there. Go get it. That's jackalope.
Go get it. Go get it.
Get the jackalope. Well, I can't be too loud. I don't want to scare the jackalope.
All right. There's an 8 and an 8. That's perfect. So, its vine goes. I'm going to have to roll again because...
Jackalope.
Do it.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
It is. All right. As it
No.
goes to reach for the jackalope unfortunately is quicker. You see it.
Oh, that's for the jackalope.
It's like eating your protein bar, right? It's got it in its mouth. It literally picks it up just like a raccoon does with its little fucking hands. It's fucking eating it. Its ears are going back and forth, right? It's still looking at you. It's like directly affixed on you, it seems. As suddenly the plant, one of its vines, goes to grab it. However, it quickly jumps away with the fucking protein bar and disappears.
Oh, no.
Derek.
we gotta be patient. It doesn't always work the first time.
Kind of like shakes you a little bit. Derek,
No.
I
We need-
didn't think they were so fast.
we were not able to catch that, Derek. There must be other things here to eat. We don't want to eat you, Derek. And it's saying this while it's still shaking like you back and forth.
I don't want it to come to that. If it does need to, I
But
will
Derek,
find ways to get you food.
it's at that point, like, it stops for a second. It stops shaking you, right? And you're still hanging there upside down. Actually, give me a luck check, please. Well, luckily nothing became undone, and you still have all your equipment and your food. It didn't shake it. If you got a 1, that would have been great because you would have lost a lot of shit, but you didn't. Congratulations. So it kind of like shook you and stuff, and as you felt like things like starting to shift, you like stopped them from falling out of your pockets and your fucking backpack, whatever. Right? You're still upside fucking down as it's like suddenly like, ooh, Derek, what is this? As the sun crests the horizon.
That's the sun coming up. Wait, I remember something. I can pull out a a motion detector and turn it on, and that should show me stuff right next to me,
All right,
nearby.
that's perfect. As you pull, you're like, oh, hold on, and you pull out a motion detector. It releases its grip, and you can give me a speed check.
You successfully fall on your noggin.
Yes. Oh my god, that was almost a 1.
Oh, that's still, I mean, that's still pretty good. However, you're going to take 1d12 worth of damage. Because what happens is, yeah, it fucking drops your ass there, buddy. As you're pulling out your motion detector, however, once again, you're kind of like on the edge of the jungle. It's all like squishy kind of stuff. You hit that, you fucking fall over, hit the ground. As you see, it's like few tentacles or arms, not tentacles. It's vines. There we go. Poison ivy vines, kind of like reaching up towards coiling towards the sun that's rising over the horizon. You take a, yeah, you're still alive. Congratulations.
Okay, I got a question on the over map. Relative to where I am, where is the sun? This fake sun? Where does it look like it is?
I guess it comes up from the east, huh? Yeah, so it's coming up over the.
It's over here in the east.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to explain to the plant that over there, that's not the real sun. Yes, it'll give you some energy for now, but you need to go that way. And I'm gonna point like up, kind of at like a 45-degree angle, I think it'd be, or something like that. And that's where I came from, and that's where the real sun is.
Give me a charisma check.
Can't see it from down here though.
There's another sun, Derek? We don't understand.
The more powerful one, the real one.
Derek.
The one that I'm used to.
We don't understand power or time or any of the stuff that you have been talking about.
It doesn't.
As you see, it's like vines start to spread. It goes into the jungle. It starts to go into the jungle. And like you see it like wrap around trees and start to head up to get more light. We don't understand, Derek. But if they're a second sun, we do not understand what first or second or what these things are. You say.
But you want more suns, right?
More.
You want like as many suns as you can get.
Yes, Derek. We want more.
Yeah, so you got to go that way.
And you see some of his vines like head out towards the west. Fine, Derek. We will follow you. However, we're still very hungry, and this sun, it's not quenching our hunger.
Well, I will try to point you in the direction of where to go, but from down here on the ground, I can try to get more these like dinosaurs to go into your mouth so you can eat them.
Yes.
I should help you too, right?
We like that. We like that, Derek. Thank you. It's fine to continue to go all over the place. Akuma, what are you doing? Petting the
Akuma's playing Jurassic Park with this big ass Brachiosaurus.
Stop. Yes. All right. You headed towards the others unstealthily, right? Is that what you were doing?
Oh no, is he gonna break?
Well, see, I was headed towards them stealthily, and then fucking Brachiosaurus saw me because I was whirring and popping and sparking. And so it put its face down next to me, which I guess would, fully expose me to everything.
Yep.
With a sentient mindset. So I'm gonna,
You happen you don't need a percept. You saw the group moving as you fucking started to pet said dinosaur. You noticed they stopped. They kind of disappeared to the tall grass, but they have not seemed to move from their positions. What would you like to do? As the dinosaur seems to like your nose scratches. Yeah.
It's following me?
It's not following. You're still petting it, we'll say.
Okay, I'm gonna see if it'll let me climb up on its head.
For that, I will need a D12 roll, please, and it's gonna be fucking good.
I'm either gonna roll really good or really bad. I can already call it.
This is terrifying, considering what I know about this thing.
I'm just thinking, like, if riding a bull is difficult and that doesn't have the leverage force of like a several meter long neck, like
Have
this
you
thing could
Yeah.
really win.
have you all not seen Starship Troopers 6? All right, I'm gonna say that's not good. That's not bad. As you like, you're rubbing its cowlick fucking wet nose, which is like dripping. It sneezed on you and stuff. You try to like climb on its back, and it shakes its head where you can't really get a good grip, and you slide off. Are you going to try again?
That's okay. Uh, I'm just gonna pet it. Wherever I can, and then walk off towards the others.
Okay,
no.
give me another D12, please. Is that?
Yeah.
Did you know I was going to ask for that?
Yep.
All right. The rest of you, you watch as this large bronchiosaurus, this fucking tall, long neck, turns and goes towards this individual. It crouches down. For a minute, you all thought that it was going to be bad. However, you see this individual scratch its nose, and it appears to like try to climb onto its neck. It's unsuccessful, in which case it scratches it a couple more times and starts to walk towards you. Die looks over at you, Riley and the rest. What the fuck is this shit?
Is the dino? We see the guy walking towards us.
Oh,
What
yeah.
does the dino? What does the dino
Oh yes, it does.
Oh.
And
doing?
it
It's coming
literally
towards us.
every fucking step, the ground shakes.
Guy.
Now,
you
at this
remember-
note,
Oh, so go on.
well, no, this is kind of just like in the background. Would Derek feel this or something?
Yeah, the walking, right?
No, there's enough. There's a lot of dinosaurs, dude. There's stuff going on.
By the way,
Okay, yeah.
the way his luminescent lights are going off kind of mimics the plants around him.
Oh,
Like as you're walking, this long neck, right? It's gonna come down with its wet nose and kind of like bump you a couple of times. It's actually gonna lick you.
oh.
And actually, what do you have? What are you wearing? Any clothing? Any natural clothing you have on you is gonna start to dissolve because it's
I don't
liquid.
have any really natural clothing. I don't think I have like. Hold on, let me see our previous conversation about this guy. Multi-limbed, additional power draw rate, custom munitions and arms.
Also, it's that potent, eh? The lick on this thing.
Level 1 gravity shield. Knockover weapons and blow through weapons have no effect on my shield. Okay, it must be activated. Power packs. Dual power system.
I'm gonna say well, you had a cloak on, right?
Yeah, he had the shoulder poncho. He said.
Yeah, the poncho.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
like
as
a
it
half-
licks you, that thing starts to fucking dissolve and smoke.
That-
I need another D12 roll.
God damn it.
Hopefully you get something higher than that.
Oh.
Hold on, I could get low. Oh my god, why do I keep doing that?
That's your
Nope.
Dirk.
10. All right. As your cloak starts to dissolve and smoke, right? It stops. It kind of like smells with its cowlick nose.
Oh god. Oh no.
It
Oh no.
looks like it's about to sneeze again. It looks around as it's in terror. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna comfort it and I'm gonna point behind it and try to make it sneeze the other direction.
Give me a D12.
By the way, what sound did this thing make when it sneezes? I'm curious.
Hold on.
Prism.
Really? You really want me to do that? All right. You are it does. It like looks around. And if you all miss
Very
that,
nice.
if you all miss that,
Very
good.
nice.
That's what it's.
Nice.
As it snots all over the place, right? You still got like you're steaming a little bit, Akuma, like fucking smoke's pluming up in the air a little bit. As it like looks back at you, its fucking tongue comes out and it gives you another lick.
Ew.
Ugh. I'm gonna just go ahead and take my poncho off and like discard it.
It eats it
Because it's melting. Oh my god.
in like a gulp, like a gulp. It's at that point too. You see kind of like this, not really a split, but this line in its neck, kind of like luminesce.
Like, what's up with the line in its neck, y'all?
Oh, you'll see.
Are you gonna continue walking to the others? Di is kind of like looking at you, Riley, at this point, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk towards
Ri-
the others.
Riley's like, do we flag him to not come near us?
like at this
I
point,
think we
he's
should.
pretty close. He's like literally gonna walk back up to you after that, and now you guys can converse.
Okay. Can she? Riley will like kind of, you know how when you try to shout at someone but also try to whisper at the same time. It's like, hey, you there! Don't bring that
Give
closer
me a
to here.
D12.
Okay. Yeah, because this is gonna be bad. Oh, what happened to my screen? What the shit? I don't know what happened to my screen here.
Don't roll a 1.
No, I know. Hold on, I'm gonna roll now, but I have to fix my screen. 1d12 you said, right?
Uh-huh.
There you go. Man, I don't know what I grabbed because I'm trying to fix my
Oh, that was
monitor.
almost a
Hold on,
1, but it wasn't.
Oh,
Oh
okay, I
wow!
thought that was
All
the-
right,
Oh, what?
that's pretty cool.
What?
So as you're whispering, right? Suddenly there's a Brachiosaurus, this long neck, right? It's right behind this. Well, Akuma explained what he looks like. This individual Akuma, as he walks up to you, right? Its neck comes out towards you, and it sniffs you. Riley, what do you do?
Oh no, door!
Give me
No,
a-
door's Riley!
Give me a bravery check. How about that?
Oh, yes, that very much will do it for her. Let me see her bravery. Oh yeah, I never upgraded this. It's still 6. 1d12 plus 6.
That's pretty good. All right, you're fucking terrified as this thing's fucking neck and its fucking face comes towards you, right? It's you're so terrified you are frozen in place. You are unable to move, to speak, to do anything. As it fucking comes, it
She
sniffs
will-
you.
She will
It's-
whimper and
it's
it's like sneezing.
Like as its nose hits you, its cool fucking nose like runs over your fucking mystique skin. If Doran was here, he'd probably try to protect you. Good, he's not. Anyways,
She would
you're
have that little
traumatized.
pelt on her. Yeah, she would have that little pelt that Doran gave her last time.
Yeah,
so-
it like bumps you with its nose, kind of like throwing you back, and then it like kind of like almost licks you. It does. It licks you.
Oh no! Does it dissolve the pelt?
It doesn't, because the pelt is probably like acidic, or anti-acidic,
from-
because most stuff is
yeah,
down here. Yeah, for Doran. Anyways, it kind of like lifts you or licks you, it sniffs you a little bit as its head pulls back towards the others.
Oh,
You hear Di like his weapon still like fucking aimed at this thing.
she's gonna say like, "I just let it do its thing. I think if it doesn't sense us as danger, it won't do anything."
Di's like fucking. He keeps his cool because it's Di, right? He stands there, or he's on one knee, right? His fucking weapon is raised at this thing, ready to fucking fire. However, he doesn't.
Don't move.
As it kind of like does the same thing, it kind of like pushes him back a little bit. You hear like a as it kind of like gives him a lick and stuff. He's like, "What the fuck?" And like most of his stuff doesn't dissolve. He's fine. It goes to hammer. It does the same
Oh, no.
thing. However, it's a little different reaction. However, with the 12
shit.
he got and the one she got kind of cancel each other out. So like it pushes her back, or actually its snout comes down, right? And it literally lifts her up and fucking tosses her. I don't know. She disappears in the fucking jungle. Like it sniffs her, its fucking snout comes down between her legs and fucking just chucks her into the fucking jungle. In which case, now all of you, those that are bonded, the 4 of you,
Yeah.
which is pretty much just you, Riley, you feel like fear, like a what the fuck, like anger, rush
Yes.
over you as she fucking goes down and takes some damage. How much? I'm gonna roll fucking 2d12 because it's desperate. Hold on. And for Banshee, it's the same thing. He goes over. Whatever. Everyone else is in here, so it doesn't matter. As it kind of like stands back up, and Akuma approaches you. You hear die. Hammer, you okay?
As I watch, Riley, you said Riley's the one that went and got flung into the forest.
Hammer. Hammer is.
Oh, Hammer.
Yeah, Hammer got fucking flung. And there's a reason.
I watched Hammer fly off into the woods or into the forest, and I look at the others. Greetings.
You'll see Die just look over at Riley. Who the fuck are you?
And she's gonna say like she's kind of angry, but she's kind of trying to hold it because she's trying to fight it off. You'll be like, "Die, just let's talk. Please don't shoot this guy." But she's also kind of angry too.
You'll hear over. Do you have an internal comm, Riley?
I would recommend you don't shoot me, please.
Oh, are you asking Riley if she's got internal comm?
Yeah,
She has a handheld. She has handheld.
Right. Well, over your. Well, actually, you don't get this. You'll hear Die like look around and look at you. Don't shoot you. Why would we shoot you? You got a fucking Brock, whatever the fuck that thing is, a pet. Where do you even know what that fucking thing is? Where did you come from? Bitch, Hammer, you okay? He says. You hear like a, yeah, I'm fine. I found some nice glowing mushrooms. If you guys want some, shut the fuck up.
Does Riley say that too? Because everything that the 4 of us says.
Yeah, you'll hear that. It's gonna echo. Whatever they say is gonna echo through your head.
Yeah. So and then the rest of us would be saying the same thing that she just said too. So it'll be creepy. So Akuma will see this creepy thing where it's like the 3 remaining, like, so me and then there's these 2 other guys who just say the exact same words at the exact same tone in response to this Die guy.
Akuma, you're gonna see Die like fucking. He puts his hand on his his face plates at this point retract. You see his fucking hand go to his fucking like head, and like squeeze the top of his fucking nose, whatever that's called. You know, and you see him. He hangs. Yeah, his nose bridge. He hangs his head. He shakes it, and you just see him sigh. He lets go. A moment later, his face plates go back down. Who are you? He asks. To you, Akuma.
You can clearly see on his chest plate. There's a thing that says CI, which you probably know for Cyber Industries' little logo or something. And he says, "I am Akuma Model 01."
Well, how did you end up down here?
I ended up down here in a most confusing way. I was supposed to be security detail for someone, and I don't know what happened to my power unit. Memory core error.
Yeah, well, power doesn't really want to work down here that much. Anyways,
sorry, we have an amulet with us right now. Does it power anything that Akuma is missing right now?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, so anything as you near them, Akuma, anything that you had that requires power besides your, that doesn't whatever. Everything activates.
Besides the core.
Do I have a tail?
Do you?
Remember we talked about the mechanical thingy-mabobber tail?
Yeah, everything's working right now.
Okay, you see both his arms split into 4 arms, like, momentarily, as he steps into the field, and this like, spinal tail unravels, and it's got a sharp tip on the end of it, and his body kind of readjusts and then closes back into two arms, and his tail just kind of hangs and bobs back and forth.
Riley's gonna be like, well, good thing Die over here didn't shoot you then. So I'm assuming you're a friend.
You'll give me a perception check, Riley.
Okay. I just want to double check. I know her perception is 12. I think her perception is 12. Yeah, her perception is 12.
And my battery's gonna die. I gotta fucking buy a new battery, kids. I gotta figure out what I need because I'm at 3%. It's about to die. Fuck. All right, with that, you will notice that Die, like, he's noticed Akuma, but his focus is still on the fucking dinosaur, Bronchiosaurus.
Dinosaur?
That's behind him, towering above you. It's like, while Akuma's talking, it's gonna go and fucking, like, eat foliage and stuff, and it might pick up a couple of monkeys, fucking jungle monkeys, I don't know, in its mouth. It's fucking eating all of it, like, the whole tops of the fucking tree, right?
Is it kind of like he's a farmer with a cow behind him, except the cow is like 20 meters tall and long neck?
Yeah, it's a fucking 15-meter cow that's fucking eating the foliage above your heads. And Die is concentrated on that while you were talking to fucking Akuma with Hammer and, well, Banshee. Banshee and Hammer, who's in the woods somewhere. Yeah. And you'll notice all of that. Nothing is catching you off guard.
Kuma, you said. So is this your pet? And she's gonna point at the thing behind him. She's like, I don't know if I haven't seen anyone befriend it as much as you did. I've been trying to befriend animals myself all this time and it hasn't worked. So is that your friend?
Akuma will just like walk over and like rub its leg like it's big foot.
Riley would be like nervous as you do this.
Give me another D12 there, please. Akuma.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
I didn't know. I don't know why I rolled two.
Yeah, you roll it too. As you go over and you put its foot, right? It suddenly starts to retract. A horrible noise comes out of its mouth. And we're going to say with that 12, Riley, you realize what's going on here. As you see it, like, fucking recoil from fucking Akuma's touch, right? It takes a step back. It starts to hiss. It's fucking like, you see the slit down its fucking long neck, right? Which, you know, goes to where? Start to like fucking convulse and like start to like flutter as Dodo runs up and stands in front of you looking up to it. Its fucking neck things come out and it kind of like hisses at the thing. And
hisses at Dodo?
No. Dodo runs between you and the fucking Bronchiosaurus. Its neck opens up like the velociraptors or whatever the fuck they are, right? The things that spit shit in Jurassic Park. Yeah. It does that. It opens up. It hisses, right? The Bronchiosaurus like takes a step back. You see its fucking neck kind of like flutter like it's about to do something. And my battery's about to die, so I'm going to have to call it right there.
No.
And I hate that. I hate that.
I was gonna ask if Riley could like do her speed check to like grab onto Dodo and kind of.
I mean, it's not dead yet. If I suddenly cut out, it's because my battery will die. But we can.
Okay, well we don't want to do that.
I'm at 3%. Usually it cuts off at 30, but now it's at 3.
Then you just transfer to your phone.
I already. My computer is on itself right now. Like I fucking unplugged that, but my Starlink, the new one. I have 16 minutes before my computer dies.
Well, I think let's cut it off if you need to do like some.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order.
You don't need
I need a generator. I need to get the fucking generator so we can play.
Also, this is a good spot to stop it, anyways. Like that.
You got a dino friend. Well, Derek didn't do that much, but you did. You did more than you thought you did.
Oh no, Derek did a lot. I feel like.
I've got
rolling now, so you guys are probably gonna see this like tower in the distance now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can cut it off for you. This is a good place to cut it, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to keep my computer like fucking going, but my power, yeah, I got no power. So I'm gonna have to fucking figure out. I'm gonna have to spend a couple of grand to fucking upgrade this because I'm sick of this bullshit. Because I want to play. Because we got stories to tell.
Like,
Yeah.
how many watts do you need?
So all right. So I've been running on a fucking the last year and a half, 2 years. I've been using a fucking battery that has 500 watt hours, basically 5 or 6. Right. That's and mind you, if the sun's out, if the sun was out right now, we could keep playing fucking all day, but it's not because it's fucking not.
Yeah.
It's literally it's like me being in the Pacific Northwest where there was no. I realized like in Arizona it was great, dude, because I fucking used this. I had solar coming in. We played fucking hours. We were good. But when I hit the Pacific Northwest, it sucked. And guess what? Being in Massachusetts on the weekend, it's rained out for the fucking 14 last weeks in a row or weekends. So I need something that can do at least 2 to 4,000 watt hours because then I can play all weekend. You know. So
Yeah.
That's gonna be around $1,000 then.
no,
I don't
no.
think there's a way to get around it.
No, yeah. So, well, no, I have one that has 1,000 watt hours for like $700, right? It's not on sale right now. I missed the sale, but I've got another one which is 4,000 watt hours, but it's like $3,000, dude. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I
That's
but
a lot.
but
Way too
yeah,
much.
but I'm living out of my truck, so I'm like, I don't want to fucking worry. Like, if I don't have sun for a week, I don't want to worry about fucking charging my shit. So it's worth it. You know what I mean?
But you
I don't.
said the secondary alternative though. That's
Yeah.
cheaper than that,
Well,
right?
I've
Yeah.
got the so I'm looking at 1,000 watt hours. In which case, I'll have 1,000 watt hour. I can charge this 500 watt hour off the 1,000 watt hour, and then there's a generator I can get to fucking compensate when it's fucking dark out, and that's like
Right.
$1,500. So I actually, you know what? I'm ordering that right now.
I was gonna say I feel
Well,
like
don't you
when
run
you
into the
mentioned that,
issue of
Of what?
big
of,
All right.
and
oh,
loud?
the space.
Hold
The
on.
space.
Here's what we're gonna do. Thanks for playing. It's only been a 2 hour session. We're gonna have longer ones. I love you guys. Phade, it's good to have you back as Akuma. We're gonna get into this in the fucking dinosaurs. Wait until they open up their neck, so you're gonna be fucking terrified because I
Oh
am.
my god.
And
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I can't wait. Anyways, thanks for playing. It's been Saturday, June 14th, and we're gonna keep going. And we're gonna launch the game on Kickstarter and get you all hats and stuff because I guess everyone wants hats. You're gonna have to pay for shipping, by the way, but you're gonna
That's
get a
fine.
hat. Okay,
I want
shipping.
a hat.
Yeah,
I'm a hat guy.
you're all gonna get hats, but you gotta pay for shipping. That's how it's gonna work because I'm not paying for that. Anyways, I love you guys, and
Hat
until
guy.
next time, goodbye.
Bye.